Welcome to Entropia Hustle. I'm Grandpa Funk, and today I'm going to list 5 general tips for playing Entropia Universe. I plan to make as many of these as I can, which will be in the new player guide playlist, but I will make another playlist dedicated to just general tips when you're playing Entropia. The first tip out of 5 would be to figure out a profession you like doing and to stick to it. So if you don't know yet, you may be a new player, let's be real. You come up to the top right, or you can just simply press P. You're looking for the star in the top right. However, it doesn't really matter if you just press P. And you're looking for which of these would you like to dwell in. You could go into Mind Force. I'm very low level here. Animal Looter goes practically hand in hand with combat. However, it's not limited to. You have construction here, so this is all of your crafting professions. And then, of course, you have the combat professions here, which could involve basically everything. It even has some of your defensive skills like evade and stuff like that. If the profession you chose was hunting, then it might be best to figure out what weapon you like best and then focus on leveling that weapon type exclusively. The second general tip I have for you today is to write down or document everything you buy and track it as you go. There's an easy way for you to do that by going to the top left of the screen and then clicking on Create New Message. This here will allow you to select either mail or sticky note, and what we're trying to do is create a sticky note. For me, I have it down in the bottom right, but you may have to look. And from here on, you can simply type whatever you want to put in there and document as you go. It'll support links, it'll support avatar names. Say if you want an avatar link, you've got it right there. Everything can be done there. I also recommend though to just maybe buy a notepad from the store and just, write down as you go. Doing this will obviously help you remember certain details that are important. You could also create like a shopping list or put some goals there that you have within the game. But it also allows you to analyze information surrounding any particular purchase that will in turn minimize the mistakes you make on future purchases. Another general tip that can help you a lot within the game is to download a loot tracker. This one here is hunting specific. However, I have another guide on YouTube that will help you with another program called Loot Nanny, and that can help with crafting as well. The point of this program is to help you monitor your loss and gains. You can have a streamer UI, it says on Loot Nanny, or just a simple toggle overlay on Entropia Tally here. And as you can see, it'll say for me right now, everything's zero across the board, but it has loot, it has the spent, it has the returns all into a percentage. It even has a timer for how much you've been playing. So it's very helpful. I have a video for Loot Nanny. It's a little bit simpler and it's able to be done with, hunting, crafting. It'll track your skills as well. It's very good, but this one is a little bit more specific in terms of narrowing hunting and what you want stat wise right there. The link will be in the description below. The next tip I have coming at 4 is to look at shops for your items that you want before you go to the auction house. Of course, the auction house will probably have what you want, but the markup on the auction house will probably be a little bit higher, and they'll be asking for a little bit more on in terms of the price. So the best way you're going to get the item you want is to go into a shop or an apartment for that matter. Yeah, you can have apartments. You're looking for shopkeepers basically, which are just like mannequins that stand there and sell you the items once you click on it. But the idea is that generally these items that you find in shops will be more expensive on the auction house, and so you might as well check the shops around to see if you can get a good deal there. Of course, this will help with your long-term gains because, if you buy a gun for cheaper or a mining amp for cheaper, those are very popular. I always suggest to go and get your mining amps from a shop because they're always sold. They have huge markup and stuff, so they're always sold. But, if you go ahead and get that for cheaper, well, then that's just so many peds that you don't have to gain back. There's not as much pressure to gain back that ped that you just spent. So it helps a large amount. And for a new player, you may not have been told straight away to go to a shop first. Sometimes a shop might be more expensive or not, but if you check, it at least opens up more opportunities for you. The last tip we have today is to simply find a mentor. I understand that a lot of players probably have already done their mentor program, but if you're a new player, it's probably the best thing you can do straight away as soon as you can. Like, straight up, just as fast as you can. My friend here, Goxel, he does mentoring. He doesn't have a rating yet, but he has a few disciples on the way, right? The whole idea is to just go up to someone. I would just explain that you are very interested in the game, you want to play long term, and you're looking for a mentor. It sounds a bit ridiculous, but it actually is an in game program done, and it's simple to get started. The rewards for completing the mentorship benefit the mentor and the mentee with armor. The mentor will get one single piece because he doesn't really need to lift a finger, but the mentee will get a full set of armor. And I think it's planet specific, so maybe look it up before. But, anyways, be careful who you decide to mentor if you end up mentoring yourself down the line, because the program does require a decent amount of gameplay. Despite how easy it is to begin, it may take you a week or even longer, depending on how much you play daily. Once it is done, it is very worth it. However, you should be careful of that. And if you are trying to look for a mentor, explain to them that, you know, what your situation is with how sold you are on the game and how much you're enjoying it. That pretty much wraps up the video for today. I'm going to bring out more of these 5 general tips. Today is obviously a quick video. I'm just trying to get as many videos as I can out there as possible. But this will probably become a playlist. I could probably think of 20 other general tips right now that will help. And I know some of the older players are probably looking at this thinking, oh, there's so many more important ones to think about. And it's hard to debate in my own mind about all the possible beginner tips. I kind of tried to outline a few that were good for beginners, as well as some that could really help like veteran players that may have missed a couple of thoughts back in the beginning of the game, like such with the documenting and stuff like that. Like that's always very helpful. Anyways, thank you to everyone who supported the stream. Thank you to everyone supporting the channel. We're at 15 subscribers. Slowly moving up. I've only got I think 4 or 5 videos, so that's a pretty good ratio to go by now. Anyways, if you need a society, you can always message me in game or come onto the stream. I'll leave a link in the description below for the stream, and from there I can get you into the society. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. See you next time.